Our top story today from the GatewayPundit.com, RFK Jr. lands a heavy blow on Socialist Bernie Sanders. We're talking about this story and so much more here on the Gateway Pundit's Week in Review. Well, my name is Elijah Schaffer. This is the Week in Review, where we cover the top 5 stories of the last 24 hours. It's the end of the week, so our videos might be a little bit shorter today than normal, but our top story today comes from Jim Hoff, who reports that RFK Jr. lands a heavy blow on Socialist Bernie Sanders after calling him out face-to-face for pocketing millions from Big Pharma. Check this out. Well, it turns out that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. came out swinging at Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders for his deep-pocketed ties to Big Pharma during the second day of confirmation hearings for the new head of Health and Human Services. RFK Jr. wasted no time in pointing out that the blatant corruption of Bernie Sanders was absolutely evident. Check out this video that we have here of their interaction. You tell me what you think.
I'm going to make America healthier than other countries in the world right now.
Will you guarantee do what every other major country does? It's a simple question.
And by the way, Bernie, the problem of corruption is not just in the federal agencies, it's in Congress too. Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry.
And
protecting their interests.
Oh, I thought that would go. No. I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not one nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. They came from workers.
In 2020, you were the single largest
because I had
receiver of pharmaceutical money
from workers all over this country. Workers,
you were the
not a nickel from corporate tax.
You were the single largest acceptor of pharmaceutical dollars.
No, from workers in the industry.
1.5 million.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right, but.
Yeah, well, out of 200 million, but. Not that big of a deal, right? Pretty interesting stuff, considering the fact that, Bernie Sanders walks around going, oh, I'm a man of the people. Look, I'll be completely honest. I care about media. I didn't get into media for the money. But, I have a studio. I run a company. I make money, and I like money. But I have given up a lot of money based on my morals, right? So, I'm not poor or anything. I'm not rich either. But I have turned down big contracts in my life simply because I don't care about the money as much as I care about the project. So, we do care about money, and I don't think Bernie Sanders is weird about wanting to make it. But to walk around and take money from Big Pharma when you're a man of the people, I don't know. That being said, have you ever wondered what happened to legendary Chuck Norris? Well, I recently saw a video that he made and I was shocked. He's in his 80s and he's still kicking butt and working out and staying active. What's even more shocking is he's stronger. He can work out longer and even has plenty of energy left over for his grandkids. Now, check this out. He did this by just making one change. He says that he still feels like he's in his 50s. His wife even started doing this one thing too, and she's never felt better. She says that she feels 10 years younger, her body looks leaner, and she has energy all day. Now, Chuck made a special video that explains everything. Make sure that you watch it by going to chuckdefense.com/pundit. That's CHUCKDEFENSE.com/PUNDIT, or by clicking the link in the video below. Now, it'll change the way that you think about your health. Once again, that's chuckdefense.com/pundit. Click the link, watch the video. This method will change your energy levels for life. His wife even said she feels 30 years younger. So if you're 40, 50, 60, and you want to have the energy like me at 31 years old, I look kind of a little bit older than that because I have 2 kids. But unfortunately, I am only 31 years old. Wah, wah, wah. Oops. There you go. That was a sound effect. We don't do sound effects on the show. I just thought I would play that. All right, check it out. Click the link, watch the video. That being said, all 6 FBI executive assistant directors and 25 special agents were released. Check this out. We have a full video for you discussing this. I want you to watch this in just a moment, but you tell me what you think when you listen to this.
Because I got all this receipts. I've been getting nonstop text messages from FBI guys because you guys probably saw what happened tonight, but maybe you haven't.
What happened tonight?
Oh, what happened tonight?
Well, as the day ended and the sun began to set on this American country, what we saw was the downfall of 25 special agents in charge of field offices around the FBI. Again, there are only 55 total, and all but 30 of them lost their flipping jobs, as well as 6 executive assistant directors have been walked out of the 7 The way the FBI org chart works is as follows. There's a director, there's a deputy director, and then there's an associate deputy director. That's the 1, 2, and 3 at the FBI. Below that, there are 7 branch heads known as executive assistant director, and 6 of those 7 got fired today. Well, they were told to resign or find a new place to go or retire. And so they chose that. So the head of the snake just got squished. And by the way, one of them, who I won't say that I named personally to Kash Patel, because that would be totally not something I would do, but one of them who may or may not have refused to sign off on my religious accommodation request and may or may not have been the guy that I went and kind of issued a threat to his guys in Las Vegas last week that he was going to lose his job. He has lost his job. Spencer Evans, formerly now of the Las Vegas field office in Las Vegas, Nevada. So adios, Spencer, you fucker.
He was the guy that was front and center during the Trump Tower thing, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
he's the guy. I sent him a letter in December of 2021, and I said, the thing that you are doing is evil. In no uncertain terms, you're doing the same thing that the Nazis did during the Holocaust. What they did is they said, I'm following orders. They didn't question them. And I said, this should hang like a weight on your heart when you go to bed at night. It should be the last thing you think about, because it's the last thing I think about. And, the story is not done yet. And here we are, just like Alpha vindicated in the courtroom in California, Cat City. We are also seeing some vindications across the country from my friends, the Suspendables, who are former FBI agents who got suspended forever because they just said, we're not going to do this thing. And by the way, we're not going to get your shots. And also, we're allowed to go to Congress. It turns out that 5 U.S.C. 7211 allows us the right to go to Congress and share information. So there's supposed to be a Whistleblower Protection Act in this country. It doesn't really exist.
Yep.
But we're seeing a little bit of a backswing right now.
Right. And we'll see what happens. But additionally, we'll find out here that after those guys left, they have to leave. A Black Hawk helicopter pilot killed in D.C. tragedy identified as Chief Warrant Officer Andrew Eaves. Listen to this. Well, it turns out that multiple sources, including family and friends, have confirmed the Chief Warrant Officer, Andrew Eaves, was one of the pilots aboard the Black Hawk helicopter. He is survived by his wife and children. Man, as a dad, I hate hearing this stuff. Like, I upped my insurance policy yesterday to $2 million. This is the most I can get, I think, right now. About $2 million. It's the most I can get at 31. I'm not, 30. It's what I could get. I'll probably try to get up to $5 million if I can, because like $2 million is not that much for an entire life. Like, I want my wife to stay home with our kids. I already spoke to her parents and was like, hey, something happens, you got to move back. You got to live with her. But this is a tragedy. Any parent would know this. Fox News obtained exclusive information regarding the crew members aboard the Army helicopter at the time of the accident. The instructor pilot commanding the Black Hawk boasted 1,000 flying hours. Meanwhile, his co-pilot was a woman with 500 flying hours, which is considered to be a standard level of experience. Oh, wow. His name was, let me go down here. Where is this? Oh, here he is. Dude, what a tragedy, man. How sad is that? Just sad. So his wife confirmed his death, saying, I am sure by now all of you have heard the news of the tragedy that occurred in D.C. My husband was one of the pilots in that Black Hawk. We ask that you pray for our family and friends and for all the other families that are suffering today. We ask for peace while we grieve. Please refrain from negative comments on social media, as these families' children do not need to suffer more pain. Oh, man, that's just rough to see as a dad, right? I mean, that's not what you want to see. Yeah. And they're not young enough, too, where they wouldn't remember him. And they're not old enough where they could, deal with it. This is the time we're losing your dad. I'm sure that he was their hero, He's a pilot. He flew a helicopter. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try to bum you out. It's tough to see that. That being said, Trump Zings reporter asking him if he will visit the site of DCA plane crash. Listen to this. We have a full video for you of Trump responding to this. Watch.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Second, for your signature, we have a presidential memorandum titled Immediate Assessment of Aviation Safety. In light of the damage done to aviation safety by the Biden administration's DEI and woke policies, What this presidential memorandum orders is for your Secretary of Transportation and FAA administrator, in this case acting FAA administrator, to basically ensure that we are actively undoing all of that damage, that we are assessing how much damage was done, and that we're ensuring that people hired within the FAA, in keeping with your memorandum of January 21st, are only the most outstanding, capable people for the jobs that they're being hired into.
In other words, competence.
Yes, sir. Elevating competence over everything else instead of the DEI policies that were pursued by the Biden administration.
I think everyone understands that. And Obama.
Yes.
Both of them. Okay, but Biden much worse. Not even a contest. What they've done is just crazy in so many other ways. Okay?
Mr. President, to be clear, are you saying race or gender played a role in this tragedy?
It may have. I don't know. Incompetence might have played a role. We'll let you know that. But we want the most competent people. We don't care what race they are. We want the most competent people, especially in those positions. And, you're talking about extremely complex things. And if they don't have a great brain, a great power of the brain, they're not going to be very good at what they do, and bad things will happen.
Yeah, well, he's going to be there. We actually hope that he actually visits the site. It's pretty crazy what people are saying he wouldn't do, but, he's doing a great job. Now, lastly, I want to remind you guys, far left hack Chuck Todd is out at NBC News. That's just a simple headline. Make sure you check this out at thegatewaypundit.com. Have a great rest of the week as always. Don't forget to sign up for our mug club. Here you can get this mug. It's embossed. It's heavy. It's embossed. It's amazing. And you can get your mug directly on our website. Have a great rest of the week as always. And may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.